Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome on into another Marvel Contest of Champions video. Today, we're going to be talking about relics and basically give my thoughts on a relic tier list. I've been seeing a lot of players and a lot of chats asking, we want a relic tier list, or we want to know what are the best relics, what are their best uses. Also, what are the best relics and what should you add on to the relics for their runes, which I'm showing you guys right here. These are the runes on relics. Now, you get 3 runes for a 6-star relic, and it goes down. So you get 2 for a 5-star, and then I believe 1 for every other relic. 6-star being the powerfulest relics in the game. They are the best, obviously. Now we're going to go over the best relics. And what you guys will see here, we're not just going to look at MCOC, we're going to look at my little relic sheet guide that I have right here. So, as you guys can see, this is my relic tier list that I put together earlier today. And in my opinion, you can't go, oh, well, it's so hard to go, this is the best relic in the game, this is the most powerful one over all the other ones, or I'd rank this one up over all of them. I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion out of all 6 classes, which one from each class is the very best, and then I'm going to give you guys the best relics overall in the game, which I believe the best relics in the game is, there's a couple of them. The Venom relic is super powerful, and I'm talking specifically about 6-star relics, guys. And as you can see here, the Venom relic needs to be a 6-star awakened OP relic, okay? That's number 1. These are all kind of 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1. These are all kind of even in my mind. The Venom relic, the Gamora relic. These are the most powerful relics, okay? The Gamora also wants to be awakened. Hulkbuster relic. You want to have it ranked up, not necessarily awakened for that extra shock damage if you're using Guardian. And then the Mutant one, Gambit, I guess, is the best one, but I wouldn't say he's the most powerful relic in the game. I would definitely go with Hulkbuster, Venom, Gamora, and then I would say Black Widow is really good. Winter Soldier can be good, but we're going straight for, like, best relics. The Black Widow one with Black Cat, and then I'd go Hulk, and the Ant-Man relic, super good, and the Jugs relic. The Jugs relic is just, we're going to flat out say it. Relics for, I'm going to give my opinions on relics that aren't at, exactly like OP, but they're still great. The Scarlet Witch relic, that's really good. Her relic is for heals. And I'm going to go into the game, guys. I'm going to show you all this, but I just wanted to give you my general thoughts. These are the most powerful relics. Ghost Rider relic is really strong. Iron Fist relic's really good. Especially for like single hit heavy attacks like Dr. Doom, you'll see huge crits on it, but it also works great for Absman and Chavez. I have mine there. And we're going to go through the relics. There's only 4 relics for each class. This is just what Kabam has done. We haven't gotten any new ones. The Spidey 99 one is good for science because you can turn off decks. But the Ant-Man relic and the Hulk relic are just so good. The physical vulnerabilities. The Ant-Man relic for the pig is so good. I don't have a 7-star pig. But yeah, those would be the best relics, I would say. The Sinister one is just awesome for power gain for Domino. I would rather use that than the Gambit relic. And for Onslaught, he just gets basically free heals the entire time. One of the worst relics here is, my personal opinion, is the Vision relic. It's the worst one. It's really for like armor break tech champs, which, the Cosmic one, there's really not a miss here. They're all pretty good. They all kind of do something. And we're going to go in game, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I don't know why I have Aunt May up. We don't really need that. But for the Venom relic. And I'll show you guys the difference between a 5 and 6-star Venom relic, okay? So 6-star Venom relic. The last hit inflicts a bleed vulnerability debuff, increasing the potency of future bleeds by 18% for 16 seconds. And while he's awakened, for each unique buff on the champion, inflict an indefinite bleed vulnerability passive, increasing the potency of future bleed effects by 8%, max buff 6. This is insane, guys. Absolutely insane. For each unique buff on the champion, hits landed against a bleeding opponent gain plus 12 critical damage rating and a flat 4% crit rating. That's why this 6-star relic is so good. Then I add the bleed debuff potency and the plus 2% on my Fury, Precision, and Cruelty buff potency, which Venom gets. And I'm going to show you the difference between that and the 5-star Venom relic. And you guys will see a huge difference. We're going to go here. And you're going to see The awakened ability is kind of the same, but mine's pretty high. Mine, I don't know. How can I see here? It doesn't say. Where do I find out what his sig is? That's null. Hmm. Oh well, we're not worrying about that. That's all null's abilities. Striker here, rank 3 out of 4. It doesn't tell me what freaking sig it is, dude. Okay. Anyway, we're not worrying about that. But see, guys, he doesn't get the crit for each unique buff on the champion. Bleed debuffs inflicted, and it's all just very generic. It's weaker. It's a lot weaker. It's still going to do something. It's just way weaker than 6 stars. And then again, we're gonna go to the Gamora relic next, and I really wish I could awaken this relic. Final hit grants a stoicism buff, increasing the ability accuracy of other buffs by 23% for 10 seconds. Awakened whenever a fury or cruelty fails to do to chance, gain 1 increased fury and cruelty ability accuracy for the rest of the fight. Max text, blah blah blah. Also triggers on failure due to ability accuracy, but increases ability accuracy by a flat 10%. Instead, personal fury charges count for this ability, and all ability accuracy increases from this relic apply to them. The Thor relic is a great relic. Oh, did I forget to add this, or did I just go with 2 Captain Marvel? I think I did. I think I did 2 Captain Marvels. I meant Miss Marvel and Thor. That's who I'm missing. The last hit grants an aptitude buff. This relic is so good for CGR. Increasing the potency of Fury, Armor Up, and Precisions by 16% for 16 seconds. And then you get the indefinite, the first time an indefinite Fury, Precision, or Armor Up are gained during the fight, while an aptitude buff and active gain an indefinite aptitude, passive, and potency, Fury, Armor Up, Precision by 2%. When all 3 aptitudes are active, gain an indefinite Intensify, increasing the potency of future buffs by 14%. That's why he is so nuts. And I didn't rank to this relic, but we're going to go into his kit. And these are the things. These are so important, guys. You can swap them around and do what you want, but like armor up potency, come on, for a cosmic champ. And then gaining a fury buff, gaining an armor up buff. Not a lot of cosmics are gaining the armor up. Fury buff potency you want. So these relics, 6-star relics are where it's at. So if you guys are going to ask like, well, relics this and relics that, just know 6-star relics are obviously the best in the game, bar none. It doesn't come close. Unless now unless you're gonna have like a maxed out 5-star relic, all the way maxed out, and it's gonna be like very high sig. I still don't think it's as good as like a lower sig 6-star relic. I really don't, or even like an unawakened 6-star relic. I just think 6-star relics are so damn powerful. So yeah, and then we got the Miss Marvel one, where you just get a precision buff, which is great for so many champions, you know. And where's my 6-star Miss Marvel? Right here. Yeah, and then hits that deal true damage or have true strike. And then you can go in here and it tells you like Nova and Cersei are best for this relic, but there's so many other uses, guys. Because you just got to read through the kit here, and whoever has these abilities, right? True damage buff, crit damage rating, like it applies to basically every cosmic champion. But in my opinion, yeah, it's going to be the Juggernaut relic, the Venom relic, and the Hulkbuster relic are the 3, and the Hulk relic. Okay, so that's 4. 4 major relics in the game that are just bar none. And then it's got to be Black Widow, right? Winter Soldier. Black Panther is also extremely good because you get a cruelty buff, increasing your crit rate. Critical hits get a physical vulnerability. Then you can go minus 152 opponent crit resistance, or you can get a 212 physical damage on your special 2, guaranteed. Right here, this is the 300 attack rating on special 2, and this one is the minus 152 opponent crit resistance, and then this one is the plus 300 attack rating on a special 2. And all these combined, just like on Kingpin, that is such a good relic. But that relic can be like, I wish there was more. Like I don't know. I wish we can get more relics like this as 6-star, because I would love to have that relic on Shang-Chi. I'd love to have that on Bullseye. I'd love to have that on Mole Man. I'd love to have that on Shield. As you can see, I have my 5-star Black Panther on Shield, and she's absolutely nasty. And my Black Widow, I only have it on Black Cat, and it's only a 5-star. And my Black Cat shreds with only the 5-star. And I've been wanting to rank this up. Oh, I have it. Boom. That's why you rank it up. You just told us 6 stars are so good. Because when I get the 6 star, I'll pop it right on there. And you can check the abilities too. And you can see, is the 6 star, are the abilities close? But she gets that third extra slot. That's the thing that matters. See, right now I'm only dealing with 2 slots. And the 2 slots of the 5 stars, they're good and everything, but that 6 star, that third slot that gets unlocked, a lot of the times that's the game changer. So you get the sabotage duration, the evade ability accuracy, defensive ability accuracy. I like the sabotage, and then I like the sabotage debuffs increased by 11%. And this is the crit rating, yeah. And then the 6 star would have an extra ability, and that's why I love the 6 star relics. So yeah, in my mind, that's what we're going with. The Hulk relic, guys, is just so damn broken. I mean, this is just physical vulnerability, and you want the Hulk relic awakened because, as you can see, gaining a regen effect or inflicting a disorient or stun effect. Hulk, right? His special one stuns, excluding the parry mastery, inflicts an indefinite physical vulnerability. So if you guys build your 15 Furies and you launch that SP2, right, and you put all those physical vulnerabilities on there, then you launch his L1, like it's game freaking over. And then he's got all these abilities, stacked on top of the relic, on top of Hulk's abilities. That's why these relics are so good. The Captain America relic is phenomenal. It's great for Photon. I think I would want something else for her, but it is great for her. I would probably like a Hulk relic on her maybe. And that Cap relic is just so good for spot. Like this just increases spot's block proficiency, by a ridiculous amount. Spider-Man 2099 is another relic that puts on physical vulnerabilities. Ant-Man relic, God, I still don't have the 6 star Ant-Man relic, but I don't have a pig, so. And then we'll get into another great mention is the Mutant relics, and yeah, the best one here is going to be the Gambit relic. And guys, you don't need to rank this up at all. You just stack on the abilities. The special attacks deal 2400 crit rate, that's what you want. Then you can take the crit resistance or the incoming bleed debuff potency, and then you can take the physical resistance too. And boom, he's ready to go right there. Rank 1. Don't need to rank them up. Don't waste your resources ranking up your 3, your 4-star, your 5-star, your 6-star Gambit relics. They don't need to be ranked up. I wanted to get that out there early because, as you guys can see earlier on, I was ranking up my Gambit relic, and just a waste of resource. I could have used it on so many of these other relics here. But we're going to get into the Hulkbuster, and another good relic. What you guys will see I have on my Prowler here is the Sentinel relic. Why is this relic good, you say? Well, because it helps with the Incinerate, okay? The final hit inflicts a 12% Incinerate vulnerability for 14 seconds. So you launch your relic, you're getting an Incinerate vulnerability passive for 14 seconds. Combine that with Prowler's Falter mechanic, and the fact that I think you can refresh this relic or pause it as you're hitting into the opponent is just great. Inflicting an Incinerate debuff while the opponent is already Incinerate gains 0.80 Spirit Gauge, Green Goblin, Sentinel. And then we got basic attacks gain 16% chance to pause and Incinerate. Debuff for 3 seconds. At max analysis charges, the striker gains 42 Incinerate vulnerability. Incinerate duration I got attack rating versus mutants. I didn't want the energy resistance. I wanted the attack rating because I'm pretty sure his is physical Prowler. So yeah, the Sentinel relic's great, but guys, probably the best relic, and you guys have seen the videos, right? You know this already. Hulkbuster and Juggernaut and Venom relic, in my mind, are the pinnacle of relics in this game. They are the 3. If you want to put Hulk in there at number 4, go right ahead. But man, it is a freaking tie between these 3 relics. They are just broken beyond belief. Inflict a shock vulnerability debuff, increasing the potency of shock effects by 4% for 12 seconds. And I don't think this needs to be awakened because it says when the opponent has been afflicted with a total of 10 shock effects, inflict a non-sacking energy vulnerability passive lowering energy resistance. You don't need that, right? Like, why would they need the energy resistance when you're already blasting them with Guardians L2, right? They're just gonna, they're nuked, dude. And then you got the next shock debuff, gain duration, 3+ shock effects on the opponent, inflict a suppression. You can lower their combat power rate. You can do armor up potency for Guardian. and then you can do shock, debuff, potency. Those are the 3 I went with. And then, yeah, I don't like the Vision Relic, but I do like this Green Goblin Relic. It is really good, and I think it's really good for fam. And these are the ones I went with. If you guys want to take a picture and look at them, I went with Attack the Heart, gain 6% debuff, ability accuracy and duration. And then I went with 2% damage and debuff potency, because he doesn't have really regen. And then opponent special attack damage, so he gets more tanky. And then what we're going to look at is another OP relic. We're going to look at the Juggernaut relic, guys. This relic is absolutely bonkers. It's like a tie between this and the Hulkbuster one at number 1. When you pull the 6-star Juggernaut relic, you feel like an unstoppable monster, because you are. The first hit grants a Berserk buff, increasing attack rating by 800 while unstoppable for 16 seconds. Landing an unstoppable hit, this is the Awakened ability, grants the following effects for the rest of the freaking fight, stacking up to 10 times, plus 148 damage on unstoppable hits, and plus 0.8 buff potency. Bonkers. Gaining an unstoppable effect grants a Rejuvenate. This is how Jugs gets that regen that you guys will see in a lot of videos. You'll say, hey, wait, Jugs lost 15% health, but then he regen back up to 95%. Yeah, because of this. By 9% for 16 seconds, and then you get the cooldown. I would not get the unstoppable effect grants and intensify, increase the potency of future buffs. Why? You get the regen. And then you get the regen effect potency on here, and then you get the 2% combat power rate. So Jugs gets to his SP2 quicker. It's just such a breaking relic. It's such a good relic, man. I love these things. And then you can put your 5-star Jugs relic on like another champ that goes unstoppable. I put mine on Dragon Man. You can put it on Sasquatch, as you can see my 4 stars on there. And then I think Scarlet Witch is another really good Mystic relic. This Scarlet Witch one, and you know which one is really underrated? The freaking Ghost Rider run for Werewolf by Night. No, he doesn't get every benefit, but he does get this Vicious Judgment here. When inflicting a degen, vulnerability, or stagger, inflict a non-stacking 4% Vicious passive for 14 seconds. I'm pretty sure he gets the Vicious Judgment, right? Yeah, and the power gain potency. Or you could do the 2% direct damaging effect potency, although I don't think that works. You want the power gain. I'm running 4 out of 5 MD. I don't like running 5 out of 5 MD. 4 out of 5 is fine. 5 out of 5 is just freaking overboard. Especially like if I'm running these Mystics and Battlegrounds. But yeah, the Juggernaut one, the Ghost Rider, and the Scarlet Witch one is so good. So good, guys. The first hit, Amplify buff. So every time you parry, you activate the Blessing of Regen. And she'll just regen on her block like crazy. Kushala. Put this thing on Kushala, man. You don't need this. Kushala does not need any more ability power rate. It's just, it's too broken. You're going to be shooting right to an SP3. I mean, I can do a parry, get a little intercept in, another parry. Once I get that second combo, I'm already above 2 bars. So you go for the Rejuvenate one, and then I go for the 4% special attack damage and ability accuracy on special hits. You could do the armor break, but I guess if you wanted to put this on Scarlet Witch Sigil, you could run it like that. And then a notable mention here is Iron Fist. Iron Fist is good. I really like this relic. I like it for Abs Man. I see a lot of people run this with Abs. I see a lot of people run this with Chavez. And as you'll notice, Chavez, that first hit of her heavy, you'll see a lot of big crits on that, because it says here, the first hit inflicts a 9-second inaptitude passive, reducing the potency of new Fury, Armor Up, Precision, and Cruelty buffs. So this is a buff control relic. Opponents gaining a buff grants a Dormant Fury passive, max 8 stacks. These Dormant Furies activate for 4 seconds when charging a heavy attack, and that's basically like Chavez. Offensive Burst Champion gain 250 potency. I might have to put this on her, because you get a 200 attack rating on heavy hits, and you get 99 block efficiency. I took. You can get opponent buff potency down, but I like that. And yeah, guys, these are my relics. Like I said, I gave you guys my top 4. I gave you guys my top 3. We'll go look at them again. But yeah, as it goes for every class, and I want to fix this. It's not Cat Marvel. It's OG. I knew there was an OG in there. Thor. Six-star Phenomenal Relic. Okay. Venom, Gamora, OG Thor, they are your top ones. Hulkbuster is by far the best tech relic you guys can ask for. Mutant, like I said, not a lot of great ones. Sinister's really good. Gambit, if you guys want the crits, if you're using Danny, if you're using Gambit, you want the Gambit relic. Storm is a good one, great for prowess, right? When you're going to use a prowess champion. Wolverine, it's whatever. Skill, Black Widow, put that on Black Cat. It makes her, Zemo, and Crossbones even more insane because it basically, for champions who don't have, like, when you can't turn off their abilities, the beeper gives them an ability to shut off. So it messes with ability accuracy and gives champions that don't have that, they have it now, and it just makes them more OP, more damage, more everything. It's so good. Winter Soldier, great for Kate Bishop. It's good for her cold snap. Black Panther, great for champs who you want to crit. Valkyrie Relic, very underrated relic. It's great for Valkyrie, good for Manus, also great for Massacre. Science, Hulk, 6-star relic. So OP, the best relic in my opinion. It's close though because the Ant-Man 6-star relic is so good for the pig. It's just like, oh my god, it's ridiculous. Cap is great for Photon and defensive guard champions like Spot. Spidey 99 also great because it can turn off Dex. I have it on Silk and she doesn't even Dex, so I don't know. But Jugs, absolutely insane. Probably one of the Jugs and the Hulkbuster relic are just nuts. Like, they are just crazy. Ghost Rider relic for Werewolf is very good. Scarlet Witch relic for heals on her block is great. You guys just have to have your spells up. Iron Fist relic is pretty dang good, especially for single hit heavy attacks like Dr. Doom. Also works great for Asban and Chavez. And that's it, guys. You guys wanted to see a tier list video? Well, this is the closest thing I could get for it. I mean, I'm telling you which relics are the best. I'm showing you their uses. I'm showing you how to use their runes. I'm telling you which ones to rank up, which ones to put your resources in. Yes, like if you have an Awakening Gem or you bought those deals on July 4th, if you have a 7-star Venom and you have a 6-star Venom relic, you go for that one. If you have a 7-star Jugs and you have a 6-star Jugs relic, you want to rank that up. You know, like you have to play around with what you guys have in your wheelhouse. You know, you might not have all these relics. You might have a Hulkbuster relic and you're waiting to pull that Guardian, and once you do, bang, Guardian straight up. Take that Hulkbuster relic straight up. You know, they are the best relics in my opinion. In my opinion, I'll give you one from every class here. Jugs, Hulk, Black Widow. I use Sinister more than I use Gambit. Hulkbuster and Venom. These are the best relics in the game, bar none. No cap. These are the best ones. I showed you their uses. I showed you what they're good for. Once you guys start using these relics and understanding them, they are game changers. I am telling you right now, if you guys are using Venom as a 7-star rank 2, and you have a 5-star or 4-star Venom relic on it because you don't have the 6-star Venom relic, when you unlock that 6-star Venom relic, you come back to this video and you say, "Damn, Fast was right about that shit." I know I was. I know. I've tried to tell you guys, okay? Because I was there. I was you a little bit ago using the little itty bitty shitty relics, and then I unlocked the OP relic, and it awoken my eyes, and I am forever grateful. And a little bitty ago, I got the Juggy relic, and I said, what's so important about this? I see everyone hoopla about the Juggy relic. I see Andrew the Rough, jugging it up in BGs, losing 15% health, and then he wins a fight, and I'm saying, wait, what? Jug's at 99%. Where the hell did he get? I am awakened. My eyes have seen the world. It's real. These are real, and these are great. And maybe this is why Kabam's fearful of making more relics, because they know they really came out with some strong ones. Honestly, the Jugs buff was so damn good. The relic just makes him better, and I appreciate that. The Venom really got a minor buff. He was never really broken. Nobody had Venom ranked up as a 6-star. A couple people did. But Venom as a 7-star is so good, but you give him the Relic, just makes him 10 times better. Same with Black Cat. That Relic just makes her so much better, dude. I straight up shut down a Rintra the other day in BGs, in the GC meta. A Rintra, dog. I took him out in like 56 seconds. Now, that's still slow. My Black Cat's only rank 2. She's not duped or nothing, so don't hate me forever for it. But I think I had 67 to 77 cruelty buffs going in that fight. Oh, man, she was cooking. And then, like I said, guys, you've seen it. Now, Hulkbuster's not good this meta. He's not going to be good the next meta. And I think he's not going to be good the one after that. But my God, when you can throw when you're going up against a rank 3 anything in BGs and you can throw 1 SP1 or 2 SP1s and an SP2 with Guardian, and you just, wait, rewind. When you can go in BGs and you can throw 1 SP1, 1 SP2, after you've thrown the Relic, you throw your SP1, then you're close to your SP2, you throw that little Hulkbuster Relic, doosh, 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 boof, boof, boom, SP2, and just watch it tick, 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 at so many ticks. You're just watching that shock damage tick them away, and you are like, good freaking Lord, what have we done? What have we done? And that's what Gamera's saying in the mirror right now. They're saying, what have we done? What have we created? We need to nerf them all like we've nerfed the 2024 champ releases. What? Nothing. 2024 champs are good. Now, there's a couple of them I like. But let's get back on track. Beta Ray Bill's going to slap. So is Enchantress. So is Shathra. Serpent counters, baby. Serpent counters. Right, Kabam? Probably not. Probably not. But we can hope and we can pray. And you guys can hope and pray with me that we get Serpent counters. He is my favorite champ in MCOC, but he is a menace. And I hate him, and I'm losing my mind in the GC over Serpent. He's so good. I love him. But I gave you guys my Relic ideas. I'm going off the rails now. I go off the rails after the video goes on for too long because I go on for too long and I go off the rails. These are the Relics. Take the freaking screenshots. Take the pictures. The ones in first is the ones I love. You see it, you believe it, you know it. You see it, you believe it, you know it. These are the order of the Relics. This is my tier list. We are done. Did you not hit the buttons? Did you not subscribe to the channel? What the hell are you doing? Right now, take your finger, hit the freaking buttons. Hit the button. Hit the button. Hit the button with the thumb sticking up, or I'm going to stick that thing up your buttons. All the buttons. And subscribe if you are new.
That's gonna be here for me, Summoners. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.